What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And I don't usually put out 2 videos in 1 week, but yesterday morning I got my coffee, I was waking up, and the first thing I see on social media is that Neural DSP and Gojira put out a plugin together. So just like everything else, we gotta check it out. I'm going to be using my Lizzie Hale Epiphone Explorer with Fishman Moderns tuned to drop D, plugged right into the front of my 18i20 for the dirty tones. And for the clean tones, I'm actually using my Charvel with Mick Thompson Blackouts tuned to drop C. Let's get into it. So, as you heard, we got big rock guitars going, and I absolutely love the tone that's coming out of this. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look into the plugin. So, as you can see, the plugin is actually visually beautiful. I love the layout that they did with all 3 amps. So this is the high gain one. I think it's based off of a 5150 EL34, just by the way it sounds and just knowing Gojira. This next one I think is also a 5150, but I think it's the PV version. Again, just going off of the sounds and how it looks, and just knowing Gojira. And you know, it's kind of cool that you have 2 different 5150s, but 2 completely different flavors. And then you have a clean amp here, which looks really metal, but also looks really cool to hang out with, if that makes any sense. Which sounds really beautiful, especially when you have this bright switch on. It's definitely does sound really chimey and nice, and it can also break up a little bit just in case if you want more of like a metally type clean tone. This button right here is also really cool. I don't want to overlook it because just in case if you want to use one head but you want to change the cab, you can just unlock it and there you go. It's just that simple. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at what's in front of the amp. You have this awesome whammy pedal, which is actually MIDI controllable. So if you have a MIDI controller that has a whammy on it, you can just plug it right in and then you're ready to go with that. It's got 3 different modes here. It's got a Fatso, Blade 1, and Blade 2. Great movies. And then you have a wet and dry, which is awesome. So you can, you know, turn it all the way up if that's the sound you're going for. Or if you want to, you know, get it a little bit, you just turn it down a little bit. And you also have an octave pedal, which you have 2 different octaves. You have a lower one and a high one. And you have the level just so you can mix in just as much as you want. Again, simple, but awesome. Next, we have 4 different pedals. We have an OD, which is, I think, based off of the Maxon OD808, just by the way it looks and sounds, and everybody in metal kind of just uses that one. So you have also a dirt pedal or distortion pedal, and you can actually use this to break up the amp a little bit more if you want to. Definitely does sound cool, and it's cool just to have that option in there for the clean amp. And this is also a really cool thing. This is also the first time Neural DSP has put in a phaser and a chorus into their plugin, and they absolutely sound awesome together. And again, very simple to use. You know, just 1 knob on the phaser and, you know, just 4 on the chorus, and it's just everything that you would find on a chorus. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out there, and again, sounds awesome. This is just the amps, which we just went through. This is the EQ, which I think they took this off of their bass amp, the microtubes, because it looks exactly like that. But this is the EQ, and it looks pretty cool. It sounds really good. I don't really use it that much because I like to mix the Neural DSP stuff, like if they were actual amps that I was miking up, just because that's how they feel when you're playing them, and I think I get a better tone out of them. Um, Next, you have something that's really awesome that you don't find in a lot of amp sims, but you can actually move around the mic wherever you want to really dial in your tone. And you can, you could take one mic out if you wanted, or you could, put two in. You could change one mic on one side. Again, just so many options, and just it's really cool to actually feel like you're miking up a guitar amp and being in front of it and being around that whole entire world of, it's still kind of still being in that world. After that, in the effects loop, we just have a delay and reverb. Again, very simple. You have a lot of options on the delay, but it is really cool because you can actually dial in some crazy, crazy, crazy tones to, sounding, like a regular echo for your leads or cleans, all the way to like an orchestra, which I will show you. It sounds really, really cool, really out there, but really cool. You have your input, you have your gate, and then I'm not going to go through all of them, but there is a whole bunch of presets that come with this plugin. Like, just going through them, you can see that there's a lot. And I'm just going to go through a few that I really like, especially the rhythm ones. And then I'm going to, go through some of the cleans that I like. And, look, they got 9 rhythms just for Gojira. Like, that's insane. And then, if you want to try this out, you can actually pick this up for 14 days for free if you really want to go through all the presets. But I'm telling you right now, if you go ahead and do that, you're going to end up buying it. So that's, that's your own thing. But the one that I have loaded up here is the End of All We Know rhythm, which is from Bleed From Within. If you don't know that band, go ahead and check them out. They're awesome. And let's go ahead and take a listen to this one. So, as you heard, sounds awesome, sounds really big distorted guitars. And let's go ahead and go through a few more here. There was a few that I actually did like. So let's go to some Born of Osiris, heavy rhythm. Let's try that. Again, same amp, but overall different tone. It's pretty cool that they did that. Let's try this one. So you got a little bit of that octave pedal in there, and you can just hear how good it sounds. And it doesn't sound like too cheesy. It actually sounds like the slash octave pedal that's out. And, it just sounds really cool, especially when you get it dialed in like that. Let's see what else we have here. Nolly. Nolly usually has really good presets. So let's try Stuck in 79. See what we have for this one. So as you can hear, there was a little bit of that phaser in there, and it's kind of cool because that tone kind of sounds like an old school Marshall, and it's crazy that you can just dial it back like that, and you can get those rock tones, or if you want to turn up the gain, turn on the overdrive, you can really get a metal tone out of this one as well. Let's go through some of the Gojira stuff. This is the Gojira plugin, so we should try those out. Let's try the JD Rhythm 1. That sounded amazing. Now let's try the next one. Screw it. Not too different, but you could definitely hear that the presence was turned up on that one and it was a little bit more focused. So that one definitely did sound cool. Let's hear this one. It's called Weird. Oh, look at that. We have the clean amp for that. So let's try that. So if all those tones didn't show you that there's a lot of versatility in this plugin, I don't know what will, but this time around, I actually did record a clean part, which I don't normally do, but it was just that inspiring to play this and also just that fun to play it. So let's go ahead and take a listen to this one. I'll solo out just a clean tone, and I think I have one on here already. Let's check. 80s clean. Let's start with that one. Sounded very 80s on that one, hence the name. I do want to show you that orchestra thing I was talking about earlier, which is right here. So the only downfall with that one is that it definitely does keep going forever and ever, but it definitely does sound cool. Here's another one that I definitely do like. It's by Nolly. Let's check this one out. Very deep, very, bright at the same time. Nolly's usually good with making tones, so that one was actually really good. Let's get into some lead tones so we don't skip over those. Let's go right here. And let's just solo out that lead. I think I have one on this one as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's start off with this one. Let's do it. Very bright, very in your face. That one would sound really good with lower tuned guitars. I did this with my Lizzie Hale, which was tuned to drop D, but you know what? Got to work with what you got. Let's try this one, Rich Lead. Make sure it's on the back here. Let's try this one right here, Ambient Octave. That one was really cool to me, and as you can see, they're utilizing the third cap from the high gain one, and then they have the clean amp. So just so many different ways you can use this. Let's go through one more lead one before we wrap up here. Let's see. I don't know. There's just so many. Let's see. Wide lead. You know what? Let's go with Nolly to end it. So that's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I can't go through everything preset wise because there's just so many. You know, if you can't tell that this is very versatile and can do everything from rock to metal to clean stuff, then I don't know what will. I'm probably gonna end up using this plugin on the Deadly Endeavor stuff that I have coming out, probably even the 6 Fulton stuff that I got coming out. But it just sounds really big and I love it. Definitely go ahead and go to neuraldsp.com and try this thing out for 14 days and just hand over your credit card because it's absolutely awesome. Neural DSP has been absolutely killing it in the plugin department for the last couple of years, and this plugin does not disappoint. It has clean tones, it has crunch tones, it has dirty tones, and overall just sounds amazing. I'm currently using one of their products, the Nolly plugin, on a production that I'm doing, and I just finished using it on the last production that I did, and I'll leave a link down to that song in the description. And go over to Neural DSP's website and you can try out any of their products for 14 days for free, and you can go ahead and pick out one that you like the most. And tell me what you thought about the Gojira plugin. I absolutely love it. I think it's probably their best product that they've put out right now, and it does not disappoint. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys in the next video.